Namaste guys, hope you're doing well. I'm here to talk about the energies of the year 2025, the year that we've already entered. And as you can see, it's quite an intense year already, even though it just has started. And it's supposed to be intense. That was planned. And I'm going to talk about the energies of the year, why it's so intense, how to look at it, how to cope with it, how to stay safe, and like why is it going on from the point of Vedic astrology, from the point of numerology, symbolism, and so on and so forth. So 2025 is an intense year for a few reasons. Okay, first and the main reason, one of the main reasons, is that according to the latest analysis of the modern Vedic astrologers, right? They're decoded and analyzed the ancient scriptures such as Puranas, Mahabharata, Manuskriti, and so on, so far. And so the understanding that they came to, sorry, I got some mosquitoes in the house. So the understanding that they're coming to lately is that this year, 2025, we are going to an incredible shift in energies, and basically I would call it a shift in reality, because as you might know, we've been journeying through the age of Kali Yuga, the age of darkness, right, according to the ancient text and the yogic and Vedic knowledge. So we were journeying through Kali Yuga for like a few thousands of years. And so this year we're reaching the point, and Kali Yuga, by the way, is the age of decay, right? It's the age of darkness. Darkness, in a way, it's the age of decay in all senses. Decay in character of humans, decay in morality, decay in consciousness level, right? Decay in ecology, decay in family structure, decay in social structure, and so on and so forth. And this is exactly what we're witnessing right now going on the planet. Powerful debilation, right? And level of consciousness and so many things. What's going on, like, with where society moves, you can definitely see that it's not developing, and even scientists are very worried, witnessing the fact that human beings consuming the food that they consume, consuming the information, social media, spending so much time on their phones, not reading as they used to read, not connecting to themselves and to their societies they used to, not connecting to the nature as they used to, and like due to all this technological shifts, basically human beings, their development is decaying, right? I'm talking about like the most of the population, right? Of course, there are the ones who are awakening, on the contrary, right? Who are people who dedicating themselves to spiritual practices and spiritual development and all that, and they can witness a completely opposite process, the process of spiritual evolution, powerful insights, awakening, self-realization, realization of their highest self or their divine self within their consciousness, within their body, and so on and so forth. But for now, those numbers are very small yet, and most of the humanity, the rest, are basically going down in a way. And even if you look at the technologies that we have on the planet right now, it might look like technology is developing very fast, which is kind of what's happening. But at the same time, the technologies and their development, instead of bringing upliftment and evolution towards human consciousness, technology is kind of taking over the human consciousness and human intelligence. So this is another sign of a consciousness decay. And so this year we're reaching a point, it's going to happen on the 20th of March Indian time. It's going to be spring equinox. And so we're reaching the point when this movement of depletion, the movement of decay, is reaching its like a bottom point, like the bottom rock, right? And it's going to happen on the spring equinox. So basically Kali Yuga is reaching its lowest point, right? And it means that reaching the lowest point, we're gonna push against the rock bottom and we're gonna start rising up. We're gonna change the trajectory of evolution of humanity this year, March 20th. And it's a significant and very transformational moment, transformational year. It's a transformational breaking point in the history of humanity. And as you might imagine and you might understand, this is not an easy process, because it's like let's say the Kali Yuga time, the process of life, the process of evolution on the planet was going down for a few thousands of years, and now it's going to change its pathway, it's going to change its trajectory, and it's going to start to rise up towards the Dwapara Yuga, the age of evolution, the age of development, right? And gradually through thousands of years, we're going to journey towards the Satya Yuga, the golden age. And it's a huge gap, of course, between the age of darkness, like the age of ignorance, basically, the darkest period of evolution that can happen on the planet. We are there now. And Satya Yuga is the golden age, the age of the maximum light, awareness, and highest forms of consciousness, right? So we going to be journeying from the bottom line. We're going to start a gradual journey up, right? Very gradual journey up towards the growth, towards the evolution, towards the Dwapara Yuga first. And so this is going to affect, this is going to affect, and this journey, I call it a journey, it's astronomical, it's astrological shift, but of course it's a frequency shift too, but most of all it's a shift that is going to take place in the consciousness of humankind. And many humans are not ready for that. Many people are not ready for that. And so this year is going to be a year of great shock, because this is a very intense change. It's like a shocking therapy for the humanity. We're like, we are on a journey towards like one point, and reaching that point, we're like supposed to arrive there and realize, okay, this is not working. We're just like on a way of destruction. This is the path of self-destruction. We have to wake up. We have to wake up and start really waking up and start like realizing what's wrong, and start recreating everything what's been done before, and start recreating the life the way it's being created on the planet. Means like the social structures and science and education and governmental structures and all that. And so this is an extremely uncomfortable place, because right when we're comfortable, we're in a comfort zone, we're like, it's like instinct of self-preservation. Basically, we want to be comfortable where we are, right? We don't always want to be growing 24/7. We like to be in comfort, and so being in that comfort zone, being in that slumber or whatever it is, we definitely feel uncomfortable when we're getting awakened unexpectedly, right? And so this is the time of this awakening. This is the year of intense transformation. This is a year of intense awakening. We are entering the extremely interesting time. We've been in this time, but because everything in the nature happens very gradually, right? nature is very, it's taking its time. It's very slow, it's very patient, it has its cycles and so on and so far. Only when nature gets very triggered and angry, and when time comes, she becomes unstoppable. She erupts in the forms of volcano eruptions, wildfires, earthquakes, and so on and so far. And in those cases, there's no waiting, there's no patience. It happens unexpectedly, right? And so we've been going through this gradual journey of awakening, but this year is, as I said, it's going to be like a shocking therapy, or like awakening moment. So it's supposed to be very uncomfortable. And just look at LA. I mean, it's a powerful city, right? It's a powerful city where people definitely felt extremely safe, like living in their beautiful houses with families, fully furnished houses, like their nice fancy cars, fancy wardrobes, nice jobs and all that, like very comfortable life. You don't expect anything to happen. You feel safe. And then wildfires come and they just burn everything out, and people have to leave their homes and basically live their lives in some way, right? It's like leave their whole lives. And this is intense, and it's like a huge areas, and it's going on, and like whatever the technologies are, it's not working, right? It's intense, and it's intense example. It's intense at the beginning of the year, and this is what's happening. And like nature shows us, her power, and however safe we feel in our perfectly created, technologically advanced, fancy surroundings, it doesn't mean anything when time comes for awakening. So we are entering the time of awakening, okay? So it's going to be a time of great chaos. As I hear inside my head, I've heard great catastrophes, sickness, seen and unseen sicknesses. So anything can happen. And yeah, and it's like, it's my third attempt to record this video. Something was not just working out. My energy was just not that perfect for the videos when I was trying to do them before. And it's like, I was doing them before the fire started, and I'm like, once the fire started and they're going well, I'm like, wow, this is really intense. This is starting, this is happening. Okay, we gotta talk about it for sure. So I know when things like that happen, it's devastating, but we need to have this global point of view. We need to have this global kind of vision, and it will help us, it will help us not to get stuck on our own troubles, our own transformations, our own laws, but it will help us to see bigger picture, and to move on with our lives. And so this is the time of transformation, and we are in it. And there's gonna be great chaos. Then this virus started in China. I'm in India right now. I'm recording from a sacred place of Puttaparthi. It's a sacred town. And they already tracked this virus in Bangalore, which is like 2 hours away from me. We don't know where it's gonna take us, but this virus might get quite spread out. We'll see how it goes, and we don't know what will happen, but this is the time of great change. If virus has to happen and they have to do lockdowns and stuff, it will happen, and if they have to close people again in their apartments, in their houses, to force them face themselves, just to look at their own reflections of their mind, reflections of their thoughts, reflections of their craziness, divine powers, cosmic powers. They will do that. They will do whatever is necessary to make us grow, to cause that awakening. And so many people are going to die this year. There's going to be many catastrophes, accidents. So many people are going to leave this planet, And it just means that they're supposed to leave this planet. This is time for them to go. And of course, in the midst of all this chaos and transformation, there's gonna be a lot of madness, and it's happening already. And like, people notice that. I noticed that a lot around myself, and as a healer too. People are going crazy, you know. Even people who had some spiritual gifts, people who were able to like guide and support others, like they were gifted with that, with those gifts, right? Or people who had like, supposedly they were like on a good track in their lives. Many people losing it right now. Many people losing it right now. Madness is spreading like a wildfire. Madness is really spreading like a wildfire, and so there will be many suicides, many mental sicknesses. Many people will need help, right? And that's where spiritual assistance, spiritual leaders, spiritual guides will be very necessary. On a personal level, psychologists, yoga teacher, meditation teachers, and so on, so far, all kind of therapists, their help and assistance will be very necessary to help people to balance themselves, and, you know, assist them just to be okay with themselves and their reality. But on a global level, because it's going to be happening on a global level, this is the year where world really needs global spiritual leaders, because this is the time for the spiritually powerful, gifted people to come out and start guiding humanity. And this will be happening. This will be happening, and I'm not talking about like, you know, people who just went through some yoga meditation course and they got a certificate and this and that. I'm talking about like people who dedicated their lives and lives to spiritual journey. You know, people who were sent to this earth for this reason at this time. People who spent their lives meditating in the caves, cultivating incredible frequencies, incredible vibrations. And when they come down to the earth, these vibrations will be healing the people and balancing the situations, right? Because we should always remember that healers and spiritual people, just their presence, just their energy is already healing. Their speech, their voice, their singing, their dance is already great healing. So this is the time of great awakening, and it's happening for people to start awakening to their spirituality. And that's why they will need the help of spiritual gurus, spiritual leaders, and spiritual guides. Those who are not interested in spiritual growth are destined to leave this planet. If they're not interested in growing, if they're not interested in assisting universe in the process of evolution and this beautiful creation and this beautiful creative process, right, of evolving within us, ourselves, and evolving together with the universe, creating something more beautiful, something harmonious, something blooming, you know. For those who are not interested in that, but for those who are interested in degradation and immorality, and just, you know, they just want everything for themselves, they don't care about anything, they don't feel anything, they don't hear anything, and they don't care of anyone else, their time is done. But those people who might have been living a materialistic life, but it's in their astrology, let's say, that they need to be spiritual, and they have to be, they're going to be spiritual, they're going to awaken this year. Again, through uncomfortable situations and very uncomfortable, you know, awakenings to their reality. Another powerful thing. This year, like previous year, was governed by Shani, Saturn, planet of karma. And I know that many demonically possessed were like nicely you know, their asses were nicely kicked. Basically, they were nicely punished. There's lots of you know, there are lots of battles that demonic powers lost during the previous year because they didn't want to hear the warnings. They just wanted to be in their demonic reality. So it was a very dramatic and dreadful year for them. People like P. Diddy and like Beyonce's family and so on so far, like demon worshiper and all that. Those are just like few examples of how, you know, their sinful demonic worshipping actions were revealed to the world. So that was the 2024, the year of karma, governed by Shani. 2025 is going to be even more intense. It's going to be even more intense. Let's not forget that at the end of January, we're starting the Chinese and Tibetan year of the snake. Right now, we're still in the year of the dragon. But January 29th, according to Chinese and Tibetan astrology, we're entering the year of wooden snake. And we know who snake is. Snake is the mother of transformation. Snake is the mother of Kundalini Shakti. And she is the power. She is like maybe one of the most powerful symbols of our subconsciousness that just exists within human subconsciousness. Either we are aware of that or not. And she's just naturally bringing incredible transformation, because this is the snake's essence. Transformation, but transformation guided by incredible wisdom. Kundalini Shakti is the energy of the earth. It's the wisdom of the cosmos, but of the earth. It's the wisdom of the nature, wild nature, untamed nature. So this wild nature, consciousness and intelligence will be guiding us very strong, and nature will be playing a big role in it, causing these consciousness shifts and, you know, like pushing us through these transformations, through cataclysms and so on so far. And this is happening already. So we are entering the year of the snake, the year of the transformation, the year of Kundalini Shakti awakening. And Kundalini Shakti, when she's moving, the energy of the wild mother, when she's moving, she's unstoppable. She is unstoppable, and nothing and no one can stop her, because she is the mother and the power of the mother of the universe. So whatever is on her way, she just destroys it. She's not afraid of that transformation herself. She is constantly going through that transformation and skin shedding. She knows what is real. She knows, because her main principle, her main wisdom is growth and love, right? And it's even the process of death. Like if someone has to leave the planet, if someone has to leave the earth, it will happen only out of great love for this individual. Because it means either he's finished with his karma for now on the earth, either it means that the activity that he's practicing, the way he's living, is causing the destruction of his soul. And to stop the destruction of that soul, Mother will stop his life. She will cause him pain. She will kill him just out of her love for their soul. Because we are incarnating this body, but in reality, we are not this body. Our body is just a vehicle. Our true essence is our soul, and that's who we truly are. Our soul. Immortal, divine energy. And so that's why people who are so overly obsessed with materialistic gains, materialistic status, you know, like constantly doing surgeries, constantly changing their bodies, not agreeing with what's given to them by nature, constantly wanting more and more and more to surround themselves with more comfort, more luxury, and this and this and that. People who are not stopping in front of anything to do that. For who humans' life don't matter, human feelings don't matter, nothing is sacred for them. You know, this kind of consciousness is going to leave this planet because it's not going to work with the frequencies that we're inviting here any longer. So while Snake, Mother Shakti, brings incredible transformation, kills the demons, deactivating the demons and kicking them out on this planet, in many cases once and for all, many demons will be still trying to enter our planet this year. Like this huge battle between like the dark powers and the light powers is still going to be happening. It's going to get intensified even more. Many portals are going to be opening up on the planet, so we're going to have an incredible like mystical mystical UFO, whatever, any kind of like interesting activities going on the planet, and people have to be really protected. You know, people have to be aligned with their spiritual essence. Whether they want it or not, it's time to align with their spiritual essence, and they need to learn how to, you know, protect themselves, take care of themselves spiritually, how to purify themselves from all the trash that they're consuming from outside, social media, news, and so on and so far. Already now, like the level of, how do we call it, sleeping paralysis is rising in the big cities. And what is sleeping paralysis? Don't believe what doctors say or scientists. Sleeping paralysis is demons who attach to people and they bother people and torture them. So there would be many demons who would be coming to the people, trying to attach to them through entering through negative portals and trying to attach to them through negative emotions and negative habits, drugs, alcohol, like loose sexual activities, some kind of like loose parties, whatever, like all this kind of loose lifestyle. When people lose sense of self-control, self-respect, self-identity, these things are extremely powerful portals for attracting negative powers, just so you know. Another thing is that this year, as I said, the previous year was governed by Shani, and we thought was like, we're feeling like, wow, that was an intense year, right? Year of karma. And it was an intense year. For most of us, it was a heavy year, because Shani is not an easy planet, right? It was also a year of hard work, lots of patience, just like heavy year. And so 2025 is ruled by other interesting planets. So if we're thinking that Shani year was heavy, let's see how it's gonna work this year, because this year is governed by Mars, planet of war, transformation, fire, aggressiveness. I mean, what a powerful planet, right? So this year is governed by the planet of war. So that's why many people, there will be still wars. There might be new wars happening on the planet, right? Again, some kind of nuclear weapon usage or testing will be happening and all that. But at the same time, there will be wars happening within the human beings, within their minds. And that's why I was talking about the madness that will be spreading like a wildfire. So people will have to fight those wars. But at the same time, Mars is a powerful assistant of Adishakti, of the mother of transformation, mother of universe, mother of evolution. Right? So Mars is interested in our evolution, same way. and he's not gonna stop in front of anything what's blocking us from our growth and our evolution. So whatever is happening, whatever is like a war activity, whatever, once again, we need to trust the universe and remember that whatever is happening, it's happening for our highest good. And if we have to fight our inner battles, it means we have a chance to win. It means we have the potential. Another planet that will be working on all of us together with Mars is another powerful planet, an intense planet, which is Ketu. In Western astrology, they call it South Lunar Node, right? They don't even call it a planet. So, Ketu is an extremely intense and powerful planet, or like semi-planet, semi-god, however we call it. South Lunar Node, snake, tail of the snake, of the demon, right? The snake demon, however we want to call it. It's an intense power that is interested in finishing old karmas. It's the planet of termination, planet of past karmas, planet of very unexpected events, intense, unexpected endings, and planet of moksha, final liberation, enlightenment, liberation from the bonds of illusions. So this year is governed by two extremely powerful, violent, liberating planets, Mars and Ketu. And I know it's going to be intense, but I'm kind of like excited. I'm kind of excited because these energies, you know, I'm very connected with Ketu. Ketu is in my 7th house. Like, I've been observing in my life how it's working and all that. And Mars, I mean, like, Mars is, I love Mars. Planet of warriors, planet of passion too. So this is going to be an intense year, and this year is going to do all that. It's going to create those battles, create those unexpected endings, unexpected events, you know, like very, very unexpected situations. So our old karma can be done. Our old ways can be done. Our old lives can be burned. Otherwise, how can we create and build something new, something beautiful, if we're dragging like all these old things? Especially around this time, we're working out and we're finishing the karmas, not of just this lifetime or our ancestors, but like there's just like lifetimes and lifetimes that have been dragging behind us. Some of us were ancient souls and we've been living on this planet for thousands of lifetimes. And so like we've collected an incredible, like a global past life karmas. So this is the time when we're burning and finishing those heavy past life karmas, because this is the time when we can, I mean, not because, but as well. And that's why this is the time when through all this intensity, through all this transformation, we're given a chance to reach enlightenment in a way, you know, to reach this lightness, to reach this freedom, to experience and be who we really are. Despite all those mistakes that were made past lives, or like all those karmic knots that were created, you know, it's such a bliss, it's such a gift, it's such a luxury just to be who we truly are, to be present in our essence, to be aware of that essence. Trust me, there's nothing like it. There's no material accumulation that's able to give you this kind of feeling and contentment. Never. Because you are a soul. For those who still have souls within their bodies, it's not all humans at all, but those who have souls in their living souls in their bodies, who were able to preserve their souls in their bodies, deserve to experience that bliss and that freedom and life within the bliss and that freedom. We have an opportunity at this time, like never before, to reach that point of status of Jivan Mukti, to reach that form of liberation and moksha and live in that state. Not to go from the planet like many saints and yogis did, but to live in that happiness and contentment. And that's why, like, I have this tattoo here, and it's in Urdu, and it says Azadi. Azadi means freedom. When I was going through something very intense in my life, when I was not free, like some powers were trying to trap me and destroy me, and like literally, like, you know, contracting me and like breaking me. I was literally not able to leave my house for weeks, and it was a lockdown, and it was like very dark outside and very cold, and I was alone going through all that, and it was going on for like quite a long time, like months and months and months and months. And when I finally realized what was going on, and that it was not just happening to me, but there were some powers, when I realized that there were some beings who were interested to trap me that way. And one night my friend made this tattoo for me. I'm very much into Sufi culture, so this is like a main language that Sufis in India use, Urdu. So I made this, Azadi, freedom. So I realized that my goal was to reach the freedom, and then to help others to reach that freedom. So this is what the energies of this year are about. This year wants to bring us the freedom that we haven't been able to experience in a very long time, and lifetimes and lifetimes. So this is basically this is time when everything is happening for us. Those who are interested in getting free, those who are interested in evolving, those who are interested in looking for new ways and opening new ways and starting new life. And you know, this is the process of ascension. Planet is ascending. So it's time for us to assist the planet in this beautiful co-creative process. And if we're not willing to assist the planet and assist the universe, then we don't deserve to be here. Because our Mother Earth, she wants to grow. It's her will, and it's her choice, and it's her decision to receive new experience on new frequency level. And this is something that is going to happen. And no powers in this universe are able to stop that process. Because the will of Mother Earth, of the planet, is the will of Adi Shakti. Please don't forget that the planet, she's not just like piece of stone. She's a life being with its soul, its consciousness, its energy, its soul, right? Its feelings, and its destiny. And so our planet its destiny is to ascend. So are we willing to assist her? Or are we willing to bother that process? Please, if you want to bother that process and just like get stuck in your like limited darkness, just leave. Don't take place here, you know. There's some special souls that are interested to come to this earth at this time. Because the will of this planet is the will of Adi Shakti. Planet Earth is manifestation Prakriti, Bhumi Mata. She's no one else but another manifestation of Adi Shakti, Mother of the Universe. And Mother of the Universe has the plans for this planet. And no one can stop her plans. No powers. No creatures, no beings, no civilizations, no one. Another thing about this year, you might know that according to the symbolism of Tarot, this year is going to be the year of Hermit, which again talks about the idea that lockdown might happen, because Hermit is in his own cave, cultivating his inner wisdom. So if the universe will feel like we need to stay on our own to cultivate our wisdom more, it might happen. We shouldn't be scared of that. And overall, people who are on a spiritual path already, they've been on the spiritual path, you know, they're growing, they're learning, they're teaching, of course, the healers, the teachers, the guides, we're going to be thriving. Our time is starting. Our time is coming, you know, for us to thrive, for our wishes to get fulfilled, for abundance to come, for whatever needs to happen for us is going to happen. This is our time. Mark my words and you're going to see this. Come back at the end of the year and let's talk about it. This is our time. And as I said, some great spiritual beings are going to start leading the humanity and leading the planet. And spiritual teachers and guides are going to be assisting humans more and more. And this is our time to thrive. So let the planet, let the universe, let the planets, let the cosmos, let the divine do its work. Whatever needs to happen, please. I know how difficult things get sometimes when our house is burned, when our lives go, you know, everything that we've ever owned and ever was structured for us. Trust the universe. Let it be. Let it go. Keep your prayers going. Keep your meditations going. Keep your hearts pure. Donate to the needy ones. Feed the people. Keep your deepam and your candles burning on your altars. If you don't have an altar, maybe because your house was destroyed, keep the sacred light burning at the altar of your heart. Keep purifying and healing your heart chakra, because heart chakra is one of the important steps for connecting with the higher dimensions and connecting to the divine. So this is essential. So please keep the focus on yourself, keep strong, keep balanced. Don't allow the catastrophes, disaster, the chaos to shake you. Trust that universe has a beautiful plan for our planet and for all of us. And this is just something what has to happen. So may it happen. Let it be. Accept things the way they are and do your best. But keep your heart pure. Thank you. And sending you lots of love, strength, healing energy. And keep your hope as your guiding light that always burns there for you and guides you through the darkness. May you be blessed. Jai Mata Di. Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Mahadev.